Carnivore 5, and today I wanted to bring you a video talking about the DD market and some players that you guys may want to look into getting, and some players you may want to look into selling right away. So first of all, keep in mind that some of these players that I list, they might not be going up next roster update. It may not even be the roster update after that, but a lot of these guys I'm gonna be mentioning, it should be within the next 2 or 3 roster updates. If you guys haven't noticed, they're usually a week or 2 behind on these roster updates or downgrades whenever players deserve them. So I just want to put that out there because it's kind of hard to predict and get a feel for who's going to go down and who's going to go up, because sometimes they do miss the ball on some of these guys. But today I want to share with you some players that I'm pretty sure are going to be going up a level. And I'm not going to be talking about players that are gonna go up a few points and stay a gold or stay a silver or whatever. I'm going to be talking about players that are going to be jumping from a silver to a gold, bronze to a silver, or even a gold to a diamond. And these are the players you really want to look into investing in, because once they make that jump, that's where the money is. That's where your stubs are going to come from. I mean, you can make a few more stubs investing in some players that get minimal upgrades, but if they stay within the same tier, it's just not going to sell. It's just how it works. So first, let's go into Detroit. I want to talk about a player that I'm surprised hasn't got an upgrade. He's a bronze, Anthony Gose. He might be off to a fluky start, who knows, but I still, regardless, I don't think he's a 70 overall. He's been hitting, he's been getting a little lucky with his batting average or balls in play, but I still think he's going to get a boost, and I still think there's a decent chance he'll go up to a silver. The good thing about these bronze cards is that they're really cheap to get. So I mean, you could put bids in for 10 to 15 stubs, and if he turns into a silver, you could be looking at selling him for 400 to 500 stubs. His contact might even go up. Like right now, it's just terrible. Like his contact should eventually go up, I would say in the 70s or so for righties. And I think that could bump him up to a silver eventually. But this is kind of a low risk, low reward card you might want to look at. Let's go ahead and go to the Indians. Talk about a player that just got an upgrade. That is Jason Kipnis. Now he's 1 away from a gold, and I think if he keeps it up and returns to his former self, which he was a few years ago, he will definitely be a gold. To me, he's only going to be getting better, and he's one of the top second basemen in the league. So I think this would be a good card to look at. I mean, he's only 1 point away from a gold, and once he makes that jump, he's going to be worth a lot more. As you can tell, his price isn't too bad. You might want to put a bid in, and then once he jumps ship to a gold, you could probably double that at least. He might be selling for 15 to 2,000 stubs, or 1,500 to 2,000. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Toronto. And I think this one's fairly obvious. Russell Martin's been absolutely tearing it up. He had a good year last year, and I know San Diego Studios likes to base their overalls on a 3-year average and put 50% weight into their last year. However, I know since DD is new and they're updating this constantly, they're going to be a little more drastic in their changes. Either way, both arguments are going to favor for another upgrade for Russell Martin. He's got an increase in power, and his hitting is going to go up. His fielding is probably not going to get touched, but his hitting is definitely going to go up, and that should easily knock him to a gold. So definitely look to invest into him. A lot of people are anticipating this as well, so you might want to jump ship. If it's not this week, it's going to be next week. I can almost guarantee it. He's definitely going to get it. A lot of people were surprised he didn't go up to a gold, but once he hits gold and he gets pretty good power and contact rating, This guy might be selling for 5 to 6K. We'll just see though, but that's one player I definitely recommend. Stay with Toronto real quick. Talking about Devin Travis. I know he's been on a tear, and I'm a little surprised that they've been upgrading him so fast. But since Diamond Dynasty has changed its ways and it's only MLB players, I have a feeling he might eventually get a gold. So this could be another good investment. He's still fairly cheap, and he still might be a 2-3 weeks away from an upgrade to a gold. But I think this is a safe investment you guys might want to try, because if he makes that jump, he's going to be one of the best second basemen in the league. It could be someone like, if you already have Cano, this could be someone you want to platoon with Cano later down the road if he gets good power. So that's something else to keep in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the Cardinals. There's a lot of players I want to talk about on the Cardinals. Since I watch this team every day and I know a lot about them, I really think you guys can say I'm being biased, but I really think there's quite a few players here that are due for changes. Not only upgrades, but a few of them are, I think, due for downgrades. I could start at Molina. I really didn't think about this, but he could go down. I don't think he'll go to silver, but this is probably not a player you want to be investing in. But I don't know. I don't think he'll change too much. I think he'll stay at gold. He might drop to like an 88 or an 87. Matt Holliday and Matt Carpenter all got upgrades to an 84. I expect Matt Carpenter definitely to become a gold. In my opinion, he was the best player the first month of the season. So I think he's definitely gold worthy. He's had a solid 3-year start to his career, and I don't see why I'm not surprised they started him at an 80 overall to begin with. So he's tearing it up. I mean, I think his power should go up a little bit to the 50s and 60s because he's a double machine. So I mean, if they pretty much touch anything, he's going to get an upgrade. So that's a player you want to look at. Matt Holliday, he could go up. However, if you look at his hitting attributes, I think they're pretty fair to what he's been doing in real life, and he's been a little lucky, but he's been hitting the ball really hard. So I don't expect him. He may go up, but I don't expect him to. I would say there's like a 10% chance he may go up to a gold. So if you get a Holiday for cheap or whatever, you might want to hold on to him. Don't sell him right now and see where he goes next few weeks. I don't expect him to keep this up the whole season. He just homered tonight again, by the way. But he's a really good contact hitter, and I don't expect him to hit like 350 all year. Carpenter, of course, I don't expect him to keep it up all year either, but I think when it's all said and done, I think he's going to be up there for an MVP candidate, and I think he could justify upgrading his power to 50 and 60s. Lance Lynn, this is another player you might want to look at. Again, the main reason is because all these guys are 84, so they're one away. He had a good start tonight. If he has another good start this week, you may see him go up Monday or maybe the week after. Again, he's had a solid start to his career as well. The first 3 years of the Cardinals, he's been great. So there's really no reason for them to hold his rating back. He's been pitching well this season, just a little tough luck on the wins and losses, and I don't really think they put too much weight into that. And his sabermetrics, his stats are all good. I mean, he'll be up there at the end of the year. I would say he's definitely going to become a gold and turn into the Cardinals ace, him and Michael Wacha. Talk about Wacha real quick. He's 5-0. He's had a great start as well. I expect his per nines to go up, especially his hits per nine and walks per nine. He's not really striking out too many people. His stamina might go up as well. He's pitching a little deeper into games. But I think he'll become a gold eventually, and he's an 82, so it wouldn't take much to get him to a gold. Jason Hayward, this is one player that might actually get a downgrade. He's not off to a great start offensively. Defensively, I don't think his numbers or his attributes will change. Offensively, his contact and power versus righties may go down a tad. I think he'll eventually heat back up, and he has since Matheny moved him down the lineup, but he may get a slight downgrade. I don't think he'll drop to a bronze or anything, but he might drop to like an 82 or an 81. Something to keep in mind. Martinez, I think, is also due for a downgrade unless he really turns it on. I'm not sure why they rated him so high in the first place, because he really hasn't proven to be a good starter, really even a good pitcher in the league. I mean, he has great stuff, and he doesn't even throw a curveball. He throws a slider, so I hope they get that fixed. So Martinez could be a player that would drop to a bronze, so be careful on him. Colton Wong has also had a amazing start to the season. I could definitely see them upgrading his contact and power a little bit, and he may be another player down the road that could upgrade to a gold. I wouldn't count on it. I would say maybe like maybe a 5 to 10% chance. I would say Carpenter, Lynn, and Waka are the three here you guys want to focus on. All right, I'm going to go to the Pirates now. McCutchen, I think, is due for a downgrade. So I think he's going to drop to a gold. So if you have a McCutchen, you want to sell it right away, unless you just want to keep him on your team. Also, if once he gets a downgrade, this collection is going to be a lot cheaper to do. So I mean, just keep that in mind. If you just want to keep him, keep him. But if you just pulled him and you already have a center fielder, I would sell him before he goes down, because I think he's going to go down. I think it's just a matter of time. Marte is a player you guys want to keep an eye on. I think he's batting cleanup now for the Pirates. I think his power attributes will go up a little bit, and I think that'll bump him up to an 85. So keep an eye on him. I expect him to make that jump to a gold. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the Braves. All right. Freddie Freeman's another player to keep an eye on. I think he will make that jump to a gold. He's had a great start to the season. I'm surprised he was a silver in the first place. Shelby Miller might make that jump as well, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I expect Freeman to be a gold within the next few weeks. So, you know, definitely try to get a hold of Freeman. I think once he goes to a gold, he'll be one of the better hitting first basemen. There's a lot of already out there, but his price will probably jump up, probably double, at least double, maybe even 4 to 5K. So that'll be a good card to invest into. Let's see. Oh, I also forgot to talk about another Cardinal real quick. That's Johnny Peralta. He's definitely going to make a jump to a silver. He's been tearing it up as well. He's been one of the best shortstops the past 2 years. In the past 3 years, he's really had some solid stats, and I'm surprised they gave him the attributes in which they did. His power and contact have to go up a little bit. As far as fielding goes, I've always argued that he's been one of the better fielders in the league the past few years. The metrics show it. Just whether or not Sony, will give him what he's due and upgrade that fielding a little bit. Regardless, it's only going to take a few more points to get him to a silver. So he's really cheap too, guys. Like I was getting him for 3 stubs. So what do you have to lose on that? All right, so we're going to go to the AL West. Hang on. First, let's talk about the Mets. Jacob deGrom might be a player you guys want to look into. I don't know if he'll jump ship anytime soon. David Wright might be getting he might get a downgrade as well since he's been hurt. But Jacob deGrom is the guy I would focus on here. He may be making that jump to a gold if he continues his strong season. Yeah, let me go ahead and go to the AL West. Talk about Dallas Keuchel. Yeah, he's went away from a gold, and I know he just recently got upgraded, but he's been on a tear the past few years. So I expect him to make that jump to a gold eventually, and he's not too bad. Like he's not even that bad to use right now. He's a finesse lefty. He makes that jump to a gold. Again, you're probably looking at 4 to 5K, and that's a good card you could profit off of. Alright, actually, let me stay at Baltimore. Chris Davis is the player that may drop to a silver. It's just been a little inconsistent, and it's gonna be a shame if he drops to a silver because I hit really well with him, but that's a player you guys might want to sell off.